Most people believe wealth is measured by how much you keep, but the truth is far more powerful and far less obvious. Real abundance isn't just about accumulation, it's about how you use what you have. Generosity, when done intentionally, is not a loss, it's a multiplier. It transforms your mindset, attracts unexpected opportunities, deepens relationships, and even creates financial returns you never imagined. Yet few people understand this hidden principle, and even fewer practice it strategically. In this video, we're uncovering the psychology behind giving, the reason why the most fulfilled and successful people prioritize generosity as a deliberate strategy, not just a noble act. You'll discover how giving wisely can unlock doors to wealth, fulfillment, and influence in ways most people overlook. If you're ready to see wealth from a completely different perspective and want insights that can truly transform the way you live, subscribe to this channel for more inspiring revelations. And stay until the end, because what you learn today could change everything about how you think about money, success, and giving. In this video, we're diving deep into a truth that few people ever truly understand. Giving more can actually make you wealthier, not just in money, but in influence, happiness, and fulfillment. Most people think generosity is a sacrifice, a drain on their resources, or a nice-to-have, but the reality is far more powerful. When done intentionally, giving becomes a force that multiplies everything you value most in life. By staying with me, you'll uncover 7 captivating ways that strategic generosity can transform your life. You'll discover how giving rewires your mindset for abundance, unlocking confidence and clarity. You'll see how generosity builds powerful connections and opens doors to opportunities money alone can't buy. You'll experience the ripple effect of giving, where even small acts create massive returns in ways you never imagined. You'll learn how giving sharpens your judgment, improves decision-making, and elevates your financial intuition. You'll feel the emotional power of generosity, the deep satisfaction, the joy, the purpose that fuels your drive. You'll discover how giving can create unexpected financial returns, turning generosity into a secret multiplier for wealth. And finally, you'll understand how intentional giving leaves a lasting legacy, one that outlives money, influence, and even you. By the end of this video, you'll never look at giving the same way again, and you might even start seeing wealth, success, and abundance in ways you never imagined possible. So stay with me, because what you're about to learn could change not just your finances, but your life. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more insights that inspire, challenge, and transform the way you think about success and abundance. Imagine a world where wealth isn't measured by the numbers in your bank account, but by the impact you create, the lives you touch, and the legacy you leave behind. Most people live their entire lives chasing money, thinking accumulation equals security, success, and happiness. But what if that chase is only half the story? What if the real secret to wealth, the kind that transforms your life and the lives of everyone around you, comes from something far more powerful than holding on? This video will reveal a truth that's often hidden in plain sight. Giving more can make you wealthier. And I don't just mean in money, I mean wealth that multiplies in opportunities, influence, happiness, purpose, and fulfillment. Generosity, when practiced strategically, is not a cost, it's the ultimate investment in yourself and the world around you. By staying with me, you'll uncover 7 life-changing revelations that will shift the way you see money, success, and generosity forever. You'll learn how giving rewires your mind for abundance, unlocking confidence and clarity. You'll see how generosity builds powerful connections and opens doors to opportunities money alone can't buy. You'll experience the ripple effect of giving, where even small acts create massive returns in ways you never imagined. You'll learn how giving sharpens your judgment, improves decision-making, and elevates your financial intuition. You'll feel the emotional power of generosity, the deep satisfaction, the joy, the purpose that fuels your drive. You'll discover how giving can create unexpected financial returns, turning generosity into a secret multiplier for wealth. And finally, you'll understand how intentional giving leaves a lasting legacy, a life that outlives money, influence, and even you. By the end of this video, you'll never look at giving the same way again, and you might even start seeing wealth, success, and abundance in ways you never imagined possible. The psychology of generosity. Why giving rewires your mindset. Most people think giving is about losing, handing over your hard-earned money, time, or energy, and walking away with less. But the truth is far more profound. Generosity doesn't take from you. It rewires your mind in ways that multiply everything you value most. When you give intentionally, something extraordinary happens inside your brain. Scientists call it the helper's high, a surge of dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin that floods your mind with pleasure, satisfaction, and connection. Every act of generosity sparks these chemicals, creating a feedback loop that makes giving feel not just rewarding, but essential. It's like your brain starts training itself for abundance. This isn't just about feeling good, it's about changing the very way you think about wealth, risk, and opportunity. When you give strategically, your mind shifts from scarcity, the fear that there's never enough, to abundance, the belief that life has limitless potential. Suddenly, challenges look like opportunities, setbacks feel temporary, and you become more willing to take calculated risks that grow your wealth and influence. Think about it this way. Someone who hoards, who clings to every dollar or opportunity, is operating out of fear. But someone who gives thoughtfully is operating from a place of power, confidence, and foresight. Giving sharpens creativity, fosters resilience, and opens your mind to possibilities that were invisible before. Here's a story to make this real. A young entrepreneur began donating a small percentage of her income each month, not for publicity, not for recognition, but out of genuine intent to help. Within a year, not only did her happiness and clarity increase, but she also began attracting mentors, collaborators, and clients she never could have imagined. Her giving rewired her mindset, and her mindset rewired her results. The takeaway is simple, but transformative. Generosity isn't just kindness, it's a mental upgrade. Every act of giving trains your brain for abundance, rewires your perception of risk and opportunity, and quietly sets the stage for the wealth, fulfillment, and influence you've been chasing. So, the next time you feel the urge to hold back, remember, giving doesn't take away from you, it gives back tenfold, starting with your mind. Strategic giving as a networking and influence tool. We often underestimate the power of generosity to shape the world around us. Giving isn't just a moral act, it's a strategic tool that builds influence, opens doors, and connects you with people who can change the trajectory of your life. Think about it. The most successful, influential people don't just amass wealth, they cultivate relationships. And the strongest, most authentic relationships are rarely built on self-interest alone. They're forged through generosity. Every act of giving, when intentional, sends a signal. I value more than just myself. I see potential, and I am willing to invest in it. This is where strategic giving becomes extraordinary. When you support a cause, mentor someone, or provide meaningful help to the right people, you create social capital, a network of trust, gratitude, and opportunity that money alone cannot buy. People naturally want to be around those who lift others up, who see beyond their own gain. And this isn't about manipulation, It's about authentic influence, the kind that opens doors to collaborations, partnerships, and opportunities you never thought possible. Consider the story of an entrepreneur who began investing time and resources into young innovators, not for immediate gain, but simply to help them grow. Years later, many of these innovators became collaborators, advisors, and even partners in ventures that propelled her career far beyond what she could have achieved alone. Her giving had a compounding effect on her network, influence, and ultimately her wealth. The beauty of strategic giving is that it transforms your relationships from transactional to transformational. It doesn't just create goodwill, it creates leverage. It positions you as someone trusted, respected, and remembered. And the opportunities that emerge from this influence, they're often unexpected, exponential, and life-changing. So the key takeaway is simple. Your generosity can become your most powerful investment. The more strategically you give, time, money, knowledge, or resources, the more your network grows, your influence expands, and doors that were once closed begin to open effortlessly. The ripple effect. Giving multiplies wealth beyond money. Generosity has a hidden power that most people never see, the power to multiply far beyond the initial act. When you give intentionally, it's not just a single drop in the ocean, it's the start of a ripple that can spread in ways you could never predict. Every act of giving, whether it's time, money, guidance, or support, sets off a chain reaction that touches lives, creates opportunities, and circles back to you in ways both visible and invisible. Think about a single act of generosity. You help someone in need, mentor a young entrepreneur, or invest in a cause that matters. That person is now empowered to grow, to take action, and to impact others. And those people, in turn, touch even more lives. The effect compounds exponentially. What seemed like a small gesture can turn into a wave of influence, goodwill, and opportunity that eventually reaches you in ways you never imagined. Here's a real-world example. A philanthropist supported a local school, not expecting anything in return. Years later, one of the students she helped became a successful innovator and invited her into a partnership that led to enormous personal and financial growth. The initial act of giving didn't just change that one life. It created a chain of events that multiplied wealth, influence, and impact far beyond the original investment. The ripple effect is also mental and emotional. When you see the positive impact of your generosity, it reinforces your mindset of abundance. You begin to think bigger, take bolder actions, and make decisions that attract even more opportunities. Giving doesn't just create external ripples, it reshapes the trajectory of your life from the inside out. The key lesson here is profound. Every intentional act of giving carries the potential to return tenfold, not always in the ways you expect, but often in the ways you need most. Wealth, influence, fulfillment, and opportunity are all amplified when generosity becomes a deliberate habit. So remember, giving is never just about the moment, it's about the waves you create, the lives you touch, the doors you open, and the legacy you begin to build. What starts as a small act of generosity can one day circle back to transform your life in ways you never imagined. Giving sharpens decision-making and perspective. Giving does more than create ripples in the world around you. It reshapes the way you see and approach your own life. When you give intentionally, you're forced to step back, think strategically, and weigh the impact of your choices. Every act of generosity becomes a mirror, reflecting not only the needs of others, but also your values, priorities, and long-term goals. Think about it. When you make a gift, whether it's your time, knowledge, or resources, you start asking yourself questions you might never ask when focused purely on accumulation. What truly matters? Where can I make the biggest impact? Which opportunities align with my purpose? These questions don't just refine your giving, they sharpen your entire decision-making process. Giving also rewires your perspective on risk and reward. Someone who hoards resources often acts out of fear, avoiding decisions that could have massive upside. But someone who gives strategically develops courage, clarity, and confidence. Generosity trains your mind to see possibilities instead of limitations, to weigh long-term value over short-term gain, and to act decisively when opportunities arise. Here's a real-world example. A business leader began allocating part of her profits to mentoring startups she believed in. At first, it was simply an act of generosity, but over time, she noticed a change. She became sharper, more creative, and better at spotting opportunities not just for her mentees, but for her own ventures. Giving forced her to think beyond the immediate, to evaluate outcomes more holistically, and to make smarter, bolder choices in every aspect of her life. The lesson is clear. Strategic giving isn't just about helping others, it's an investment in your own mind. Every act of generosity refines your judgment, expands your perspective, and equips you to make decisions that multiply wealth, influence, and fulfillment. So when you give intentionally, you're not losing, you're training yourself to think bigger, see further, and act wiser, turning generosity into a secret tool that guides every step you take toward abundance. Emotional returns, fulfillment, happiness, and motivation. Wealth isn't just numbers in a bank account, it's the feelings that money alone can't buy, and giving, when done intentionally, taps into a source of richness far deeper than any paycheck or investment, your emotional wealth. Every act of generosity releases a surge of joy, purpose, and connection. Psychologists call it the helper's high, a natural rush of dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin that floods your mind with satisfaction, gratitude, and energy. But unlike fleeting pleasures, this emotional return compounds. The more you give, the more alive, motivated, and fulfilled you feel, and the more your life aligns with meaning, not just accumulation. Imagine this. You donate your time to help someone achieve a dream or mentor a young professional struggling to find their path. That moment of giving doesn't just help them, it ignites something inside you. You feel seen, purposeful, and deeply connected. That motivation carries over into every part of your life, fueling your creativity, your productivity, and your drive to take bold steps toward your goals. Giving becomes a fuel that powers your entire journey. And here's the fascinating part. Studies show that people who give regularly are happier, healthier, and more resilient than those who don't. Generosity reduces stress, sharpens focus, and increases long-term life satisfaction. It's a form of emotional investment with returns that multiply in ways money alone cannot. Consider the story of a successful entrepreneur who felt burned out and disconnected despite her financial success. She began intentionally giving, supporting local initiatives, and mentoring emerging talent. Within months, her perspective shifted. She felt joy, fulfillment, and renewed energy like she had never experienced before. Her giving didn't just impact others, it revitalized her own life, purpose, and drive. The takeaway is profound. Giving doesn't just change the world, it transforms you from the inside out. It turns wealth into happiness, purpose into motivation, and resources into meaningful impact. Every act of generosity feeds your soul, empowers your mind, and inspires you to aim higher in every area of life. So remember, the emotional returns of giving aren't optional, they're essential. They are the unseen currency that multiplies everything else you value, from success and influence to joy and fulfillment. Unexpected financial returns. Giving as a wealth accelerator. Many people assume that giving money, time, or resources means taking a loss, that every dollar you give is a dollar gone forever. But the reality is far more astonishing. Giving strategically can actually accelerate your financial growth in ways you never imagined. When you give intentionally, doors open that money alone cannot unlock. Opportunities appear, partnerships form, and networks expand, often leading to financial returns that far exceed the original investment. This isn't luck, it's the natural result of generosity creating trust, goodwill, and influence. Every act of giving becomes a seed, and when planted wisely, it grows into returns that compound over time. Think of it this way. Strategic giving positions you as someone people want to work with, invest in, and support. When you invest in others, they often return the favor, not out of obligation, but out of genuine respect and alignment with your vision. This creates unexpected financial windfalls, partnerships, collaborations, mentorships, clients, or opportunities you could never buy outright. Here's a real-life example. A business owner began donating a portion of profits to local startups, not for publicity, not for recognition, but to support innovation. Years later, one of these startups became a key partner in a venture that multiplied her original business value many times over. That initial act of giving wasn't just kindness, it was an investment with exponential financial returns. Strategic giving also sharpens your intuition for spotting opportunities. By focusing on impact, alignment, and long-term value rather than short-term gain, you start making decisions that are smarter, bolder, and more profitable. Giving trains your mind to see abundance where others see scarcity, and to act decisively when financial opportunities arise. The lesson here is powerful. Giving isn't just charity, it's a high-leverage strategy. Every dollar, every hour, and every resource you give intentionally has the potential to come back multiplied in wealth, influence, and opportunity. What seems like a loss today can become tomorrow's biggest gain. So remember, the most successful people don't just accumulate, they give strategically, knowing that generosity is one of the most powerful accelerators of wealth, influence, and long-term success. Legacy and abundance, giving as the true measure of wealth. True wealth is not measured by the numbers in your bank account. It's not counted in assets, titles, or possessions. True wealth is measured by the lives you touch, the impact you create, and the legacy you leave behind. And at the heart of that legacy lies giving, intentional, purposeful, and strategic generosity. When you give with meaning, you're not just helping in the moment, you're planting seeds that grow long after you're gone. Every act of generosity carries forward influence, inspiration, and opportunity. You're shaping the future, not just for yourself, but for generations to come. That is the essence of abundance, creating value that outlives money, possessions, and even yourself. Consider the stories of philanthropists and visionary leaders throughout history. Their wealth wasn't defined solely by what they earned, it was defined by what they gave. Schools built, communities uplifted, innovations supported, and countless lives changed. Their giving created ripples that continue to shape the world long after the first act of generosity. Legacy isn't just about leaving behind material wealth, it's about embedding your values, your vision, and your purpose into the lives of others. Strategic giving ensures that your impact is enduring, meaningful, and transformative. Every dollar, every hour, and every resource you invest intentionally becomes a part of that lasting story. And here's the most powerful truth. The more you give, the more abundant your life becomes, not just in money, but in joy, purpose, fulfillment, and influence. Generosity transforms scarcity into opportunity, isolation into connection, and fear into courage. Giving allows you to experience a wealth that numbers can't capture, a richness of life that lasts beyond your lifetime. So the takeaway is profound. True abundance is measured not by how much you hold, but by how much you give. Your wealth, your influence, and your happiness are multiplied when you choose to give strategically, purposefully, and with heart. So as you move forward, ask yourself, what legacy will I leave? What lives will I impact? How will my generosity shape a future far beyond myself? That is the true measure of wealth, and it starts with the courage to give. As we wrap up this journey, one thing becomes crystal clear. True wealth isn't just about what you earn or keep, it's about what you give and how that giving multiplies into every area of your life. Giving transforms your mind, your relationships, your opportunities, your happiness, and even your financial growth. It creates a ripple effect that extends far beyond what you can see, leaving a legacy that lasts long after you're gone. Thank you for staying with me through this video. Your willingness to explore these insights shows a commitment to growth, abundance, and a life that truly matters. I want to hear from you. Which of the lessons in this video resonated most with you? How has giving shaped your journey? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one, and your story could inspire someone else in this community. If this video opened your mind or inspired you in any way, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more eye-opening revelations, transformative insights, and strategies that challenge the way we think about wealth, success, and abundance. Remember, giving is not a loss. It's the greatest investment you can make in yourself, in others, and in the future you want to create. Start today and watch how generosity transforms your life in ways you never imagined.